Well, hey y'all. Salutations to the kindred spirits. I'm over here on my YouTube shorts. This one, not that one. This one. Get this show started with a little jazz number. Cheers. If anyone picked up on, I was trying to get a little Dizzy Gillespie reference going with the spin, the Jazz Riff deck. Chris Haga from Wondercraft playing cards, his latest release. We're going to take a closer look at these cards today, inspired by Dizzy Gillespie. Hence the spin. Hold on. I'm not done doing the shorts yet. Let me go back over there. But hey, salutations, kindred spirits. I'll say hi to a few more of you in just a second. Figured I needed to show that short so more people will see it because they're sure not seeing it on the shorts platform. Not my best effort. Here's a commercial. Bear with me. I'm going to open one of these wands today. I figured I might as well point you all in the direction of conjure.com, where I happen to have a plethora of magic wands available for kindred spirits. Not too expensive either. A couple of 10, 20 bucks, you'll get a nice stick. I'm going to open that appearing one. And then also, while I'm here, I'm going to talk about this thing today. But it's going to be past me talking about it. Not the Pharaoh, this thing. That's right. Little 4-ace revelation there. Sawa's pull out aces. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the wands. We're going to unbox the jazz deck. And then, hey, I got a couple of giveaways to do today. I'm giving away a membership to learnsleightoфhand.com. We're going to talk about that. Have to talk about the other thing. And then also had 10 kindred spirits join me Monday for a epic 4-ace jam session. And one of them's going to get a prize too. So yeah, we got lots of things to do. I got an unboxing to do, and hello everyone. Robert's here. Mikel is here. Hello, Jake, Gary, what's up? Marty's in the house. Hey, Marty, Steve, yo. Yeah, man, jazz ain't for everyone, but look, I'm in New Orleans. I'm a partial to the jazz. And you know, that bacon wand's a sweet stick, Mr. Powers. Good to see everyone. Let me get started with the unboxing today. I get to unbox something for me. First of all, UPS showed up at my house like 45 minutes ago. This is where I get my swag to give away to the people that do shop. So if you are a conjure.com customer, I get 50 at a time. And I'm also shipping these right now too, my learnsleightoфhand.com. These are coasters for the site. I did a version of this sticker a couple weeks ago, but I wasn't happy with it. They were too small. They're good, they're cool, but I ordered a 3-inch sticker and it's like half an inch high and 3 inches wide. I'm using the fleur-de-lis here, which is kind of the city symbol for New Orleans. And oh, look at this. Kindred spirit Jimmy Ferrister is currently having probably an adult beverage, knowing Jimmy. So what I did is go with these stickers. Focus, young Jedi, focus. And this is a clear sticker. Let me see if I can get this thing open. So the idea is that only the pips will show through the clear sticker. So it's not a white sticker. This is the first time I've ordered these. Let me get something to put it on. See if I cannot make a mess while I'm doing this. Hey, I'm also going to talk about this close-up pad. I want to talk about it just for a second. If y'all know me, you know how I roll with the stickers on the magic bag. This one needs some love in the front, but we found a few. There's a Wondercraft sticker on there. Let's see. Let me get this not wrong. Oh, there's one there too. Here, this looks like a good spot. It's already got cat hair on it. If you shop at conjure.com, I'll send you one of these in your order. Could I get this so wrong right now? And a coaster too. If you really just need a sticker and can't afford to shop at conjure.com, it's a little bit sideways. But yeah, that's the idea. I don't know this is the best surface to put a clear sticker on, but here we go. I unboxed my stuff now. Now I can unbox some things for you guys. Yeah. Cool. Coasters are getting use. Nice to know. What's up, Nick? Good to see you too, brother. All right. Let's get started with this jazz deck. I think this is a good place to start today. Chris Haga from Wondercraft Playing Cards was kind enough to send me a deck like before the Kickstarter officially launched. Wondercraftcards.com is where you can find these beautiful things. Are we able to share this today? So it just launched yesterday, the Kickstarter. You can go over here to Wondercraft and get the scoop. You can also go over here and get yourself one of these sweet hoodies that I'm wearing. My understanding is that the profits from these things all go to charity. And let me tell you about this hoodie I have on. It is comfortable. Man, only 30 bucks too. Not being paid to say these things. Chris didn't ask me to say these things. I think that part of my duty is to tell you guys when I find good things, and maybe you'll like them too. So let's continue talking about those good things as we talk about this Jazz Riff deck. I had a good time putting the short together for these things with the little Dizzy Gillespie music, but I feel like the camera shots I had didn't really capture all the nuance of this very cool artistic deck. The artist name, John Batagazi. I don't know if I have this right, but so Chris is the owner of Wondercraft and sometimes employs other people to design maybe the cards, and that's what we're taking a look at here today. I certainly want to give you a look at some of the number cards, because I didn't give those a good shot. Let me talk about this wonderful gold. You'll find this throughout the deck, this gold foil embossing. And this is embossed right here. The trumpet is raised. The lettering is raised. Is the figure raised? Yep, a little bit here. So that's your box. Nice kind of a red and blue, maroon and blue-green. And then as noted, you'll kind of see how the gold pops. And it's really on every card. I've got the aces here at the front of the deck. This one was printed upside down, but you can fix it yourself. I think you'll really appreciate the gold foiling as we get into some of the, some of the cards that have more of it. Like, is it on the instruments mainly? Is that what it is? So the jokers. And then the court cards all have it in the pips. So this is what I failed to showcase on that short video. Little symbols integrated into each one. They're all in different places on the cards. I'll get a couple different random ones here so you can see, like the 7 has them there. Here's what it looks like on the red. We haven't looked at the backs yet. Let's take a peek. Wow. So this is like a collage of instruments is what I see, you know, piano keys, bass drums, little brass in there, cymbals. That's the back of the card. Beautiful, striking, looks great against the red, I think. And then the court cards you saw pretty clearly in the video. We'll just take a brief look at a couple of them here so you can see the gold foil pop. And again, these are they launched yesterday on Kickstarter. Chris Haga and Wondercraft Playing Cards. If you like beautiful things and you like good cards, maybe you go take a look at these things. I think you'll be happy. The bonus cards are the band. So these two cards together make the band. And that's the extra cards. So there's no advertising cards in the deck. Yeah, these cards are not USPCC. I'm always suspect of cards that don't come from my favorite card production company on the planet. But boy, I was really happy with the way these things handled. Did I do a Pharaoh with them? I have now. So there's a Pharaoh check. Bang. It's good. They spread well. They handle well. And yeah, it's an art piece, which most of you who collect cards will probably use it for. But yo, there's your unboxing, your look at the Jazz Riff playing cards. Do I have anything negative to say about these? No. Unlike some things I'll talk about today, I do have a bone to pick with a couple of Magic production companies. We'll talk about that as well. But yeah, not this one. Chris Haga, be proud. The Jazz Riff playing cards are a beautiful thing. And if you guys need the link for this, it's in the description of this video. Go check that out. If there's any questions, about this deck, drop them in the comments. I'm here for you if you need to know. And yeah, it would make a nice, what do they call these? The uncut sheets. Hey, while I'm back here looking at this, look at this. Here's a hot tip. I bought this thing for my I got an iPad Air. I bought this thing for it. And then I was so pleasant. I was like, I wonder if I could put a magic book on here and have it right in my face when I'm reading. And then I've got space underneath it, to practice. So it can be here. The book's bam, I'm an old guy. I don't see well. And if you don't have one of these, maybe for 12 or 15 bucks, it might be worth your interest. Also, just kind of a cool way to display things. And what you're looking at here, this is it's my first lecture notes, confidential. The original Kanpon, close-up conjuring from the files of Doug Kahn. This is getting scanned tomorrow. I'm sending these to with my wife. She works in a nice office where they have fancy machines to scan them. This will be uploaded. Let me show you where it's going, to the learnsleightoфhand.com. I've got two priorities really over the next few days. Two priorities on learnsleightoфhand.com. Do I have my site even pulled up here? Not at all. I'll show it to you in a minute, but I'm going to get 3 sets of lecture notes loaded, one of which is these. The routine that I really want to share, and what I'm going to do here is put it on screen just for a minute. This is not going to be the easiest. If I do this. This is, you get a bonus, the silk from the purse frame, and then I'm going to be talking about switchblades today. This was not published anywhere until the pandemic, but it was in my first set of lecture notes. And if you do the color changing knives, and if maybe you've picked up the TCC Chroma color changing knives, and you don't know how to use more than three of them, I got a great 4-knife routine. And if you're a learnsleightoфhand.com member, these notes will be up for you in a few days, along with all of my other lecture notes. So you're going to get several sets of Doug Kahn material in print. It's a priority. And then if you're a YouTube member, or if you are on learnsleightoфhand.com, I will be filming my current rendition of switchblades in tutorial form. I'm going to film this tomorrow and give you my scoop on how to handle these knives, along with the quiver purse. I've been developing a handling for this using quiver and or just the bag that comes with it. We'll talk about that briefly. Let me talk about also this close-up pad. I've doubled up on pads here for a reason. The beef I have today is with Magic manufacturers who have shoddy packaging. So I'm not really, a problem with the products today, but look at this packaging. Unless this was intentional, the Chroma Color Channing Nivies set. The Chroma Color Channing, maybe this is the Channing Pollock inspired Nivies. Can we do better in the millennium? Don't we have spell checkers at TCC? Fortunately, it's the only bad thing I have to say about this prop, but look, in the same ballpark when I when I opened this close-up pad, I couldn't help to think that maybe they could have chosen a better name than STD. I don't know. But look, this is part of the unboxing today, just so I can compare. I don't just want to call out people for doing horrible marketing. This is the STD pad. Be careful where you use it. This is the one, it's 16 by 23. And I'm going to compare this to the one I opened a few weeks ago on here, the Deluxe Blue pad. The Deluxe pad, I'm giving you some helpful information here. The Deluxe pad is about 3 or 4 times as thick as the standard close-up pad. I hope you can see the difference here. So if you're really looking for something that has a little more cush and it's going to serve you better as a close-up performer, spend an extra $5, you know, and get the Deluxe. But if you want a little more style, and I do, you know, I've been buying these pads so that when I'm filming my tutorials, everyone doesn't have to look at the same green pad. I want you to be well aware, if it was up to me, I'm using the Patrick Przecki green plush all the time, but maybe your eyeballs get sick of that. So I mix it up a little bit. And then if you're searching for a close-up pad, I think the information I'm giving here might be useful. You know, you might go over to Murphy's and see like, wow, they've got 48,000 close-up pads. Which one do I get? And I'll tell you what, I'm not disinterested in this $10 version of the card pad, a smaller pad, $10, black, kind of sexy actually. So that's good. And the one I just had is down here. It retails for $20, $25 for the Pro Blue Deluxe. Oh, that's the regular size. Anyway, you can figure it out. I gave you some qualified information there. I hope it helps you make a qualified decision. But really, if you want the best pads, go shop with Magical Mats by Patrick. Here's Marty casting shade on my red pad. Here's the thing with black. Sometimes when you do demos on black things, other black things get lost. If you have a black purse, there's a black thing and the wand's black, or this is black. You know, and if your props are black on a black pad, it doesn't look better. So I'm going to counteract Marty's devil's advocate-ness with that. Gary has one that he just looks at. I know Gary also has the Patrick Przecki pad. Gary's been sharing magic in my universe with me. I've been privy to his handling. All right, let's get past the bad spelling and check out this really nice package. Actually, this is going to be a spoiler. It's a good review. You get a bag. I mean, they didn't have to include that. Thankfully they did, because I'm going to use this in a routine. The knives are well protected inside the box. And here they are, the Chroma knife set. 5 knives altogether. Retail on this set is only $60. You go pricing color changing knives, you're going to find they are not cheap. This set includes 2 knives. These are pen knives, which if you look in the history of magic, going back to like Edward Victor's Magic of the Hands, this is the kind of knife that they used to use to carve quills for like writing and such. It's a good hook to use in your magic routines. It's also good to fight off mosquitoes in New Orleans. Sometimes the mosquitoes win. The knives aren't quite big enough. But 5 knives altogether. Let's show you what you get. You get 1 black, 1 white. I'll note this. I was a little concerned when I received the knives that they don't have the textured handles. But then 2 things. I was reminded as I was reading the Alex Elmsley color changing knife description. We'll talk about Elmsley in a minute. The direction of the blade will indicate which side of the knife is which. For example, if I feel in my pocket the blade points to the left, it's going to be one way. If it points to the right, it's the other way. And then also the knife has a corner on one point and then slopes down to no corner. And this feature also allows you, specifically if you have this knife, which is black on one side and white on the other, to feel what is where in your pocket. In short, if you can feel where that corner is, can feel that corner, and you can, then you can tell which knives are which. Now, this knife is all white until you push it through your hand, and then it turns into a black knife. It's the latest in knife blade technology, and you push it through your hand, it turns into white, or you could just spin it. What? Alternatively, you could just do the paddle move, and that's what makes that work. So actually, here is a good criticism. Are the knives blunt? They're not. Like, they're unnecessarily sharp, right, Gary? They're sharp. One of the pluses I had, like one of the favorite knife set, and I've had a lot of favorites in my life, Scotty York knives. Wish I had those back again. I currently have, love, and use the David Regal knives. If you can find a set of David Regal knives, those are great. Those are produced not sharp. Love it. I don't want to cut myself. I don't want to injure my fingers. Give me something that's not dangerous when I'm doing sleight of hand. Joe Mogar knives. Go look at Joe Mogar knives. Those are some great knives too. If you want something a little bit bigger, this is a small knife. If you go to conjure.com, it has all the dimensions. Can I go to conjure.com? I think I can. Yeah, let's go there for just a minute and see what these knives are, what the size of them is. If you're not aware that I sell things, I don't know where you've been. I say it enough. This is my website, conjure.com. Please go buy something. I could use the money. Over here are the color changing knives. They're $60, and the page, I think I linked it in the description, has a demo. You could go there and watch the TCC demo, and there's the dimensions. The folded knife is 63 millimeters. You'll have to math that out if you're in the Americas. The unfolded knife is bigger, and then you even get the pouch. All right, we're not done looking at it. That's just the advertisement, greasing the wheel, trying to make this retail thing happen over here. What else do you get? What else do you get? This knife, which I thought was an Alex Elmsley creation. Let me change this to all black. I was excited to delve into the Alex Elmsley book to read the Alex Elmsley color changing knife routine. I thought this gaff was his, which in a sense allows for I think you do it this way, for like a slow motion change. You could do the paddle move in this respect, right? And then as you rub your thumb, the knife slowly changes, and then no paddle move, and then paddle move. So this is not the Alex Elmsley color changing knife, though. This doohickey, this split color change situation was invented by someone before him. And honestly, I don't even know how to use this properly, but you get it, and it's cool. The one that I was excited to see and have in a multi-knife set is the multicolored Climax knife. And let me just kind of explain how I would use this set in particular. If I was doing, I'll talk about it with Quiver, all right? And if you have this set or interested in using it, maybe this information will be useful. So Quiver, this is a product from Illusionists. I don't even know if they wholesale these. I don't know if I can get them at conjure.com, but for sure, if you're a close-up worker or a general practitioner, a Quiver purse is worth your attention. It's essentially a change bag in a purse. I'm going to preset this by putting the multicolored knife in one side, and then the other three knives in the other side. So it'll be the color changing knife and the two regs. And you'll see that they do all line up relatively nicely in the purse. So now this can be in your pocket, and I'll just kind of walk through the routine on how you might do it, walk around, and you can instant reset it using this one pocket method. As you open the purse and introduce the concept of using pen knives for sleight of hand magic, dump all three knives into your hand and then explain to the audience you won't need this extra one for the initial phase. I'm going to warm up my sleight of hand skills just like Edward Victor used to do when they did magic with pen knives back in the 1800s. And I do this by knife switching with palming and secret switching techniques. I can make it look like the white knife changes to black and then back to white again. I just do that by palming. You can make it look like magic if you do this. You take the black knife way over here, and then you try to send the black knife where the white knife was. That's over here. And then the white knife goes where the black knife used to be, which is over here. So that's a good looking trick. If you do that phase, you're going to want to use that extra knife that you hid under the purse before we started. So what I have is the two white knives and then the black one in the middle. Although sometimes I will use the black, white, black combination with the two black ones on the outside and the white ones in the middle. For this demonstration, I'm going to stick with the white, black, white. This will be pertinent to the big finale, which uses the extra knife that I keep hidden inside the purse. So yeah, altogether I have six. I have 6 knives altogether. I'll count them for you. And for the slower students, look, that's a white knife, so that's like knife number 1. Then I have this black knife, which is knife number 2. Math is hard. The other white knife is knife number 3. And then the other black knife is knife number 4. I also have the other black knife. That's knife number 5. And then for the big finish, I have the knife with all the colors. Red, white, blue. I think black's on there for France. All the colors you need. That's all the knives. That's my story. I'm stuck with it. As you put the knives away, you put the single knife back in this compartment. As you walk to the next table, you take these 3 knives out, you put them in this compartment. The routine is reset back in the bag, and that's how you can do switchblades with the TCC Chroma knives and a quiver purse. Don't have a quiver purse? Got you covered. And let me note that I am going to put all this information on an official tutorial that members, as noted, members of my YouTube channel and also Learn Sleight of Hand will have access to. I'll give you all the changes, all the moves. It'll be an updated switchblade tutorial. So look, the bag that it comes with, you could do this. Put your big finish knife lowermost, so it's at the bottom. Give it a fold over, and then put the other 3 knives above it. So this, in a sense, acts as the quiver by having that lowermost knife rolled on top of the others. This would be in your pocket. As you approach your performing situation, you open the bag, pinch that lowermost knife, dump these 3 knives into your hand, leaves this on the table with the extra knife in it. And then to begin the routine, I go fishing for the white. I say, oh, I won't use this knife. I'm just going to hide it under the purse. Let me just use this white one and this black one. You probably want to show the white side if you're going to say that. So yeah, there's a couple thoughts on using the quiver with the TCC knives. And if you don't, just think this, if you only use 2 knives or 3 with 1 secret, that quiver purse is just custom made for a knife this size. And certainly if it's 2 or 3, you know, you start putting 4 in there, it fills up pretty good. Yeah, congrats, TCC, another good product. You know, I like lots of their stuff. I use the TCC purse. I use the TCC chop cup. And yeah, so the purse isn't required, right? You could just use the bag that it came with. Yeah, Gary, if you don't have the quiver purse, I recommend this really for like all kinds of practitioners. And note that they come in 2 sizes. Like it's important information to know that, I think. The bigger size is the one you'll want for the knives. And then like this currently has, I think, a hopping half set in it. Yeah. So I use this to switch in 2 dupes at the end of a hop and half. And I did originally use a card box for the switchblade routine, but really I did that just for video, for social media. You know, during the pandemic, I constructed that sequence. It's more natural to have them in the purse. And if you take the time to screenshot those lecture notes, you'll find that originally the switchblade routine is done working from the pockets. I put 2 knives here, I put 2 knives here, and the knives come out of the pockets and then go back to the pockets they came from. So the walk around routine that's in the lecture notes is instantly resets. It's in the hands, no table needed, designed for walk around. And if you don't want to screenshot that, then, you know, really it's priority. So in the next couple of days, I'll alert the Learn Sleight of Hand members that you can find your ebooks there. So, oh, speaking of the members, hey, let's talk about what we did yesterday. It was Monday. Yesterday, I was editing the things over at the learnsleightoфhand.com. Where is this my site? What was I doing over here? This is my this is part of our public library. It's a few of my YouTube videos, sleight of hand centric. A little bit of an archive over here. If you haven't been to learnsleightoфhand.com, these are some free things that I offer for kindred spirits. We're in the public library. Let's go there. So here you can find public domain books, the videos I just showed. Some there's a free course. If you don't know anything, don't know where to get started, check out my starter course. Get some videos there. And one of the things we do every month here as part of the members perks is we get together and have a member showcase live on the internet. We've done 3 of them. The first 2 were on StreamYard, showcasing a handful of guys. And then I thought, what would it be like if we jumped in a Zoom session and kind of shared our magic there, passing the deck, showing our favorite 4 ace tricks. For just our opening the coaster. We're going to take a look at what went on briefly here. I'll give you just a quick preview, and in specific, I want to show the Sawa pullout ace production procedure that I taught. I don't want to be presumptuous that everyone that was on this showcase wants to be seen on my YouTube channel. Let me just kind of breeze through and note who was here. One of these faces will get a prize because I'm going to give away some swag right after this showcase. Nick did a 4 ace trick. Marty showcased some great magic. This is a wonderful small packet effect. The aces. Phoenix McDonald crushing it with the snap deal. Oh, here's the thing. Let me just, who else is on here? I'll come back to me. Johnny did a Bannon item. Gary doing a Vanishing Aces handling shared by Johnny Clavo. Nice to have that credit. Winston, love Winston. He did some fun manipulation. Stefan Barksdale was in the house he did a couple routines last night, some gambling stuff. Marty was back for an encore. Matthew Mosley. I know it's hard to breathe with those on, Matthew. Those clown noses are optional during the jams. Matthew did his 4 ace routine, aces to heaven. It's a good one. Arenji showed us all how great our double lift should look. Wait a minute. I'll find my favorite moment from the jam. Here's my favorite moment from the jam. His fatherhood situation allows that.
He's out there saving lives right now.
Oh, just like Joe Hendry. Speak his name.
Oh, and that's wait.
Arenji nails the Joe Hendry reference. We have fun, and we have fun in the jams. This jam was 2 sessions, one in the afternoon, one in the evening. At the end of the jams, I edited all together and put them up for the members to peruse. I'm going to show you what I talked about. I jumped in and discussed this Sawa ace procedure, and then specifically, well, you'll hear me talk about it here. Let me a way just to locate 4 of a kind. Maybe I'll do the dang thing and then we'll talk about it. Yeah, it uses the incomplete pharaoh. A lot of people practice their pharaohs to be perfect. I practice this one to be imperfect. So it's a few cards off. And I'm going to try that again, but even less perfect. So I'm going to cut off just about 1/3 of the deck. And then I'll pharaoh shuffle this portion into this portion here. But again, it's incomplete. In fact, I think I've only got 4 cards that I shuffled into this section. And if this worked, and this is a 4 ace jam, that's what we have, the 1, 2, 3, 4 aces. So everything worked except the ribbon spread turnover, which is fine. All right, so this is, on a whim, I grabbed this book off my shelf. I've had this book for, 40 years, maybe longer. This is Sawa's Library of Magic, and in this book, he has the Pull Out Aces. It's a Richard Kaufman publication. Examining this effect gave me some problems because part of the method that, as described by Kaufman, is to establish a break where the aces are splayed on the top of the deck. And here's how I'm doing it. I'm using the pinky count. Look what happens here. If I do the pinky count, if I pinky count 4 cards and just push with my thumb, you see how those aces open up so there's a gap in between them? So this is what I developed using the pinky count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then with my thumb, I apply pressure forward and it will splay those cards a little wider. This versus Kaufman's advice of riffling up with your thumb and holding the break with your pinky that way. If you're going to riffle up with your thumb 4 cards and try to hold the break like that, you should just do a different trick, because this is going to take 5 or 10 seconds. Everyone's going to see a lifting. Y'all know how I feel about that. So don't do that. So the stack is this. It's an X card on top of the aces. And then I'm going to suggest this as well. Sawa did it. Sawa did a pharaoh under the top card, but you don't have to do that. So you can just pharaoh in anywhere, and here's how. Start by doing a swing cut of the top third into the left hand. This hand's going to start pinky counting 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It does that as you show this portion and talk about the incomplete pharaoh. So there's the 2, 3, 4, 5. Now watch when my thumb pushes. See how they open up? Now, you can go under this, so it's like a tilt pharaoh under the top card. But if you come in and hit that top card, that's fine too. All you do is put pressure on it with your thumb as you do the extraction to show the, I got them in a clump there. I was overly excited about describing the other thing as opposed to doing the pharaoh. Splay, pharaoh. And so as I'm coming into pharaoh, if I go under, great. But if I happen to jam into this card, that's fine. When I do the pullout, I'm just going to lay my thumb on it and do the extraction that way. So that's Sawa's pullout aces. I also think you could pull it out and do like a fan like this if you get good at it, to do instead of a cabled ribbon spread reveal, you could do it that way. And there. All right. Well, there you go. I think you're right, Nick. That was very weird and very meta. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. Who gets the prize? That's what we want to know. Oh, and let's do this too. If you are here in the chat, a couple of 40 of you are. If you have not yet joined, learn sleight of hand. We'll keep it simple, no caps. LSOH, that's our keyword. Why don't you type that in? One of you will get a free membership today. The site is currently closed to closed beta, and I won't be offering memberships again till November. We're keeping it locked down while I figure out MemberPress. So yeah, you want to join us? You could also send me an email and talk to me about getting in the beta. Hold on a second. Yeah, type that in. Did y'all hear me when I had that on? Type in LSOH if you've yet to join the membership. I'm going to get someone in free today, and you'll be able to get into some of our resources. If you have not opted into the beta, well, I'll have it open in November, but it'll be more expensive. I told you to get in cheap, and it was cheap, but whatever. We'll keep building this month and see what happens. We'll do this giveaway in just a moment. Type in LSOH if you're interested. And for the members that participated in the jam on Monday, well, this is to win some Learn Sleight of Hand swag. I'm going to let you pick. You can either have a shirt, a beanie, or a mug. And here's the names: Renji, Jacob, Nick, Marty, Phoenix, Winston, Johnny, Gary, Stephen, Matthew. Good luck. Spin. Hey, Stefan. Nice. Be super happy to send Stefan some Learn Sleight of Hand swag. Let me tell you, if you don't know Stefan Barksdale, well, if you don't know who he is, that's going to be temporary. This young man has put in the time. He's put in the work. What a charming individual that just has some amazing skills. And yeah, congrats, Stefan. You almost had it, Gary, but also You already won a shirt, so that would have been like not the best karma to double win. Yeah, congrats, Stefan. Way to go. Did I have anything else I needed to discuss before we? Oh, I was going to discuss this thing. This will be a 1-minute discussion. This is the appearing wand. I've had this in my cart for a couple of months. I finally decided to add a few to the shop. I've been on a quest to get all the cool magic wands. What you're looking at here is, in a sense, a vanishing candle. It's like one of the old Fantasio vanishing candles or vanishing canes. Looks pretty good. You give it a twist, looks like this, but check it out. Wink. Comfortably finger palmed, boom, and then back to regular size. What was I was playing with this pre-stream, like taking it out of a purse frame. This thing also makes a great weapon. I'll describe that in a minute. So you open the purse frame, reach inside, take the wand out. That would look something like that. Could you put it back in? Probably want to practice that a little more if you do. Here's the Spider-Man production. Wapow! So if you're accosted by bad guys during your performance, you can hit them with the web slinger. All right. So it's not only a good trick, it's good self-defense. That's the JL appearing wand. I think it's $10 worth of fun. If you think so too, I have them for you at conjure.com. And now I have talked about that. I've talked about everything I want. The only thing left to do is to give away a membership to some lucky viewer. And I'm thinking this also. Maybe I'll give away one next week. Next week, I'm finally getting this creator, Henry Ferris. He made Evaporate, distributed by Alakazam, next Wednesday at noon. Is it noon Central? One's somewhere noonish, because he's in the UK over there. We had to time it out for this young man to be here. So look for an early stream next week. Henry Ferris will be joining us, and we'll talk about what it's like to be a young magician in the modern world, especially bringing stuff to the stuff, Vanishing Inks. 6 of you are eligible. Let's go. Who's getting in? Baby Rocket, do you not have a membership to the site? Maybe you'll get in. D4 round. All right, there we go. D4 round. Congratulations. Welcome to the Learn Sleight of Hand Jam. This is going to get you not only into the site, but also into our Discord. And I peeked in the Discord before the jam. There was a couple of 8 or 10 magicians throwing down. Some heavy hitters were in there. I saw Blaze Sarah hanging out. Earlier today, Matthew Mosley did a little jam on Halloween magic. You'll want to email me, conjure@conjure.com. Be helpful if you go register your email at learnsleightofhand.com. When you email me, let me know what your email is and your registered email on the site, and then I'll upgrade you to get in. And hopefully we'll look forward to seeing you on the Discord and taking part in some of the future events there. And every Monday night, we throw down in the jam there after the Magic Guys podcast. So you're in. And Stefan, you're either going to get the mug, you can get a beanie, you can get a shirt with the logo. You can let me know next time I see you in the Discord. And I think this brings our jam to a close for the day. I'm going to say thank you once again to the Kindred Spirits for carving out some of your time to hang today. If I was unclear on anything, leave me a note in the comments. Questions, leave a note in the comments. Just leave a note in the comments. Let the algorithm know you were here. And if you do have a sincere interest in joining learnsleightofhand.com, mention that in the comments, and then maybe next week you'll get a kindness. I'll see if I can work something out for everyone as well. That's the wrap. Out, Steve. See you next Wednesday, noon-ish. We're going to be early. Bye. I'm out. See you. Bye-bye. I can't find the off button. We'll get there. Hold on.